feel something here, Paul.
So what are we going to do about it?
What if Jacob and May came up for the weekend?
She told me once that people pay her to do seances.
This house has an energy all its own. We don't need to find the darkness here, Paul. It's everywhere.
You're not leaving here. You stay, you satisfy the darkness. Every 30 years or so, the goddamn place just wakes up! And it demands new blood!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Beyond the Grave Media. Josh here, checking in on you out there in YouTube land. I'm shaking this DVD already. We are here to talk about one of my favorite New England haunted house tales ever. Everybody loves The Witch. Amityville is God tier. People don't really like an American Haunting. There's a whole bunch of New England folk stories, haunted houses. This one absolutely creeps me out. It's one of my favorites. This is We Are Still Here from 2015. Stumbled upon this on accident on Netflix on the scroll. It had the photo of like the burning person in the basement or whatever, and it just hooked me right in. Let's break down why I love it. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, talk some mess down there. Whatever you want to do, let's get into it. We Are Still Here just transfixed me the first time I watched it. A little backstory, if you've been paying attention, I'm a big fan of survival movies. Anytime there's like cold weather, there's isolation, there's remote settings, I'm in. I'm hook, line, and sinker, right? The Shining, things like that. Frozen. Anytime like there's peril and you're kind of, it's desolate. I love those kind of movies. And so right off the bat, the remote setting of We Are Still Here, when they're driving up to this house and it's cold and people are getting there out of sequence, and there's this kind of like foreboding. There's gonna be lots of spoilers as well, but there's this kind of foreboding sense of something's wrong. You don't want to go in that house, but you're following this couple anyway, and you don't know what happened, but apparently there's a lot of grief, and you know, the couple does not seem very happy, and you're not sure why. They definitely want to relax, have a couple of whiskeys, and see what's going to come of this house. And first of all, Barbara Crampton as the mom just crushes it. I've loved Barbara Crampton, you know, being an 80s kid. She's a scream queen. She kills it. Her performance is just, it's not unhinged, but it's just, she doesn't trust what's going on in this house, and there's something to that. Her level of grief with her son and trying to like relax and unwind, and the husband's trying to talk her into being happy. You feel her pain immediately. It's cold, the music's tight, everything is just very tense, and Barbara Crampton is one of the reasons why right off the bat you're just like, something bad happened. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but absolutely love her role. And then my favorite part of the story, you know, basically this family is going to this house, and they're trying to kind of move on with their lives and forget about a loved one that had passed away, and family members coming up to see them, and basically they're trying to start over, right? And the husband is trying to keep the wife from completely losing her mind, and she's trying to say there is something wrong with this place. And they invite a couple up, and one of them's a clairvoyant, one of them's kind of like the hippie pot smoking dude. Really a good time. I forget that actor's name. He's in You're Next, and he's awesome, dude. Anytime he dies on screen, I'm in. I'm gonna feel bad for not remembering his name. I'll go back and watch it. But they end up like, you know, there's like they're trying to talk this family into having a seance. Try to say seance 3 times. I recorded a couple of times and I screwed up. Seance, Beetlejuice. Seance is damn difficult, dude. One of the best scenes in the movie is, you know, the clairvoyant and her husband, they come over and they're relaxing, and they decide to hold the seance to try to contact whatever's going on with the family, and the gore and what happens, spoiler, during the seance is why is it one of my favorite parts? The gore, the blood, there's smoke, there's ash, there's flames, there's like spurting. It's so awesome, dude. I absolutely love it. But the best part of the movie for me is when these neighbors come and knock in, and they're a little bit odd. Is that woman beating this man? Because it doesn't seem like he's a great character, but there's something weird about the female. Maybe it's just me, but the patriarch of these neighbors come over, and he delivers this story about who used to live in this house and what had happened to this town and this family. It gives me goosebumps. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie, the Dagmar legend for this little New England town. It's awesome. It's my favorite part. Gives me the creeps. He's so descriptive. There's something about like, this town needs a family. Like, you can tell that he really means it, and he's being bribed or pushed to say it by maybe something other than, just his thoughts. So, incredible scene. But you just popped in here, and I'm already knee deep in devils. Let's let the man tell it himself.
So, what was this, history you mentioned, Dave?
We heard it was a funeral parlor around the turn of the century, but it wasn't about to scare us away.
Good. So the realtor told you all about the Dagmars, huh?
Yes, that was the family, thank you, who first lived here, right?
Yes, that's right. I mean, the town built this house for them back in 1859.
Well, cheers. Oh, yeah. New friends, new beginnings. 1859. You don't say.
Wasn't long after that the trouble began. Old Dagmar had been running the bar no more than a couple of months when, word got out that they were selling the bodies and burying empty coffins. People were saying he was selling the corpses to the university over in Essex County. Some even said he was selling to the Orientals over in Boston, turning them into chop suey. The town ran him and his wife and the little girl out on a rail. It's just the saddest thing. They moved to Providence, but his family just couldn't stand the sight of it. Old Dagmar drank himself to death no more than a year later. They say he was no more than a shell of a man at the end.
More than shell.
No, we hadn't heard anything.
Funny, it's all right. No, you're quite right, kid. You're quite right. Yes, I'm so sorry. Here I am with you nice folks no more than 5 minutes, and I'm already knee-deep in devils. She's an old house.
I mean, come on, dude. How awesome is that dude telling the story? I was watching the video back and I was trying to add some sound effects and play with the ratio, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I love this movie. I listened to it like 3 times. That scene right there for me does it. This is a classic New England haunted house movie where basically the whole town is in on it. You can't get too close to this family. They arrive, they want to go out and have a drink, they want to meet the locals, and the locals are like, every 30 years this house wakes up and you're marked for death. I can't associate with you because it's going to come after me next. You're new. I've already been here. I've paid my dues kind of thing. So, they hire investigator and people to come in and check the plumbing and stuff or the furnace because it keeps getting hot because the family is waking up. They've awoken it, right? So there's a ton of gore. There's a ton of heads exploding. There's like things in the basement that are on fire, that are ashy, that just want to come and take over. There's possession. There's desperation. There's like Barbara Crampton hanging on for dear life. There's some amazing kills. There's decent music. I put this movie over. I'm going to say 7.5, 8 out of 10. I love this movie. This is the Dark Sky release. It needs a 4K. And yeah, it was just a little Netflix stumble where I was just scrolling. Same with The Eyes of My Mother. They put that thing on there, and We Are Still Here. That face right there, right? Can you see the boy? I was like, what in the hell is this about? I got to check it out. And of course, it had Scream Queen legend Barbara Crampton. Absolutely incredible movie. Oh, it's so good. It might also be worth mentioning that I'm one of the few people out there that watch this movie when they are sick. Something about this movie, man, the cold, desolate environment, when I don't feel good, give me something long, cold, bleak, scary, and I just warms me up. I feel better. I'm like, this cold or whatever, this man cold should be gone soon. I'm going to be feeling a lot better. Give me The Edge, give me Misery, give me The Grey, The Revenant, Perfect Storm, something long, Everest, cold, bleak. We Are Still Here, when I'm sick, makes me feel better. I don't know what it is, but until next time, guys, follow me on social media. Can't wait to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.